This week on Shooters.
Some of the guys are wearing a full chain, which is very heavy.
I'm a videographer, and every day my crew and I shoot for news items, documentary footage and private commission jobs. So you think you've seen it all? You ain't seen nothing till you've seen life through the lens.
In the harsh Australian environment, backburning is an essential part of bushfire preparation, and the Department of Environment, Water and Natural Resources and the Country Fire Service had asked us to come along and film their operations. Strict regulations apply to every aspect of firefighting, so not even Film Unit 2 was allowed on the site. I was given a lift to the firefront in one of the department vehicles with the incident controller. Our first stop was to the helicopter being used to help with the burn. The way the fire is started is an important aspect of the operation, and this helicopter was to drop incendiary devices into the middle of the burn area. All equipment is checked and double-checked, so we were able to see how these little devices work. Planning is the key to a successful burn, and it was clear that nothing was to be left to chance.
So there's a bit of ignition going up there, but pretty well we're at that point at this stage. So we've got really good depth all along here. So we're just waiting to get a little bit more depth in this northeastern corner, and we're probably once we feel comfortable that we've got a good edge, 30 to 50 metres in depth. We'll be comfortable to start introducing ignition, which isn't too far away.
Yep. Would you prefer us to actually drop it on the north side of...
What is that?
That's the police firing range.
Okay. Just see how that goes. I'd like to get some feedback. If you're finding they're not joining up quickly enough, halve the interval.
The briefing complete, we continued on to the fire front where CFS firefighters were setting fire to the burn perimeter. It was an incredible sight and the heat was intense. So intense that it melted the lens on my camera. I couldn't help but imagine what it would be like if this was not a controlled burn, but a real bushfire. It's controlled burns like this that will help to prevent this sort of catastrophe. The helicopter was doing its job, dropping incendiaries in the middle of the burn area and also keeping an eye on the progress of the fire to make sure everything was going to plan. It was an eye-opening experience and just one example of the great work done by the Department of Environment, Water and Natural Resources and the CFS to keep our communities safe. In the 1960s, Woodstock was the biggest music event in the world. Today it's being revisited by a long list of great Australian performers at Woodstock Revisited. Chris Finnen is the full package. Not only is he recognised worldwide as a blues artist, but as a world music artist as well. And he's even played for the Dalai Lama. Chris's brilliance as a guitarist is well known, and he was in fine form at this event.
Here's something you can understand.
A duet with 16-year-old Stefan Hauk was the standout performance of the day. I'm really lucky to have Chris Finnen as one of my closest friends. The guy's an absolute legend and the nicest guy I've ever met. Speaking of great blokes, Swanee had the crowd rocking and these modern day hippies just couldn't get enough. It felt like a bit of a time machine, going back to the 1960s with Woodstock Revisited, and today it was just as much fun.